Guys, imagine you just finished a technical workflow and now you need to explain every step to your team. Usually that means the real work is already done, but then another job starts. You have to document the whole thing afterward and turn it into something another person can follow without asking you for help. I'm Daniel. Welcome to my channel where I make smart tutorials. Today we're looking at Haiku, a platform with a browser extension that captures your workflow as you go and turns it into a clean step-by-step guide. I'll show you how to record a real task, edit the instruction, and share it with your team. And just to be clear, Haiku is not just a screen recorder. It writes the steps, highlights the right interface elements, and turns the process into usable documentation. Also, I've left all the useful links in the description down below, so don't forget to check them out. Let's get into it. Alright folks, the first thing we need to do is install the Chrome extension. Haiku comes from the team behind WalkMe, a company that has worked a lot with digital adoption for larger organizations. Here they have taken that experience and made it much easier to use for smaller teams and anyone who needs to create documentation quickly. Once the extension is installed, we can start recording a real task. Guys, for this demo, I'll use GitHub because it gives us a clear technical sequence to capture. I'll start from a repository, set up an automation through actions, and finish by saving the new file into the project. Normally you'd have to repeat the whole thing afterward, just to grab screenshots and remember the order. So I click the Haiku icon in the browser toolbar, a side panel opens, and from here I can start a new browser capture. Mates, before recording I can also turn on the microphone or camera if I want to explain the steps while I work. That can be useful when the reason behind an action matters as much as the action itself. For example, during onboarding, I could briefly explain why the team uses this particular workflow instead of adding that context later. Now I click Start Recording and simply complete the task as usual. I open the GitHub repository and move to the Actions tab. GitHub suggests several workflow templates, so I choose the PHP option and click Configure. Now folks, we can see the generated configuration file. It contains the basic setup for checking the project and running tests when someone pushes code or opens a pull request. The useful part is that I do not need to stop after every action and write down what I did. Haiku captures the process while I stay focused on the actual task. Once the file is ready, I commit it and stop the recording. Now the platform processes the capture and turns the recording into a structured guide on its own. It captures the screenshots, adds short explanations, and makes it clear where each action happened. And here is the result, mates. Each step is presented as a clear instruction with a screenshot, making them much easier to follow, because the reader can immediately see where to focus. For me, this is where Haiku becomes more practical than a normal screen recording. A video works when someone wants to watch the full process, but a guide is easier to scan and return to when you only need one specific step. It is also easier to update. If one button changes or a step becomes unnecessary, I can edit that part without recording the whole process again. Guys, let me take a little break to ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, but helps me make even more fun tutorials for you. Thanks! Of course, the first version may still need a little cleanup. Here, for example, Haiku created two steps that describe almost the same action. The page transition was captured separately, so I can open the editor, select the extra step, and delete it. The numbering adjusts automatically. The rest of the guide stays in the correct order. That means I do not need to move every remaining step manually. Folks, I can also edit the description by hand, just like regular text. If the wording feels too general, there is a Regenerate Descriptions option that can rewrite the explanations for me. This is useful when the original instruction is technically correct, but not clear enough for someone completing the process for the first time. A small wording change can make the difference between a guide that looks complete and one that is actually easy to use. Now friends, let's open one of the screenshots in annotation mode. Here I can add a box, an arrow, or a short text note. I can also adjust the existing highlight if one button needs to stand out more clearly. This becomes especially helpful when the interface is busy or when several similar options appear close together. A clear arrow or label can save the reader from searching across the whole screen. Guys, there is also an edit with AI option. Instead of drawing everything manually, I can describe the change in normal language. For example, I can ask Haiku to place a red box around the configure button and add a short label. The change is applied directly to the image, and I can still adjust it afterward if needed. We can also blur sensitive information. So if the capture includes something private, I can hide it before sharing the guide with anyone else. That is especially useful when documenting real work inside company tools, where not every detail should remain visible. The process itself may be safe to share, even when some information on the screen is not. Now mates, let's check the preview. The finished guide can be viewed as an interactive step-by-step walkthrough or in a story-style format. There is also a video version, where the same steps become a playable tutorial. So one recording gives us both written documentation and a short training clip. We do not need to repeat the workflow just to create a second format. That flexibility is useful because some people prefer to scan instructions, while others would rather watch the process before trying it themselves. Now folks, let's look at the sharing options. I can copy a public link and send the guide to someone, even if they do not have an account. I can also export it as a file or publish it directly to Confluence. For teams that already keep their documentation there, this saves time because the steps and screenshots are transferred without rebuilding the page manually. There is also an embed option, so the tutorial can be placed directly inside the workspace, where your team or customers already look for instructions. Friends, this means one recorded process can be reused in several places without creating the documentation again. The same material can support an internal team, a customer, or a new employee depending on where it is shared. Back on the main dashboard, all created guides are stored in one place. Recent tutorials appear on the home screen, while the Haiku section contains the full library. This becomes more useful as the collection grows. Instead of keeping instructions across random folders and messages, the team gets one organized place for reusable walkthroughs. Over time, that can reduce repeated explanations. When the same question comes up again, the team already has a clear instruction ready to share. Mates, there is also an analytics section. Here, Haiku shows how often guides are opened, how many people complete them, and which tutorials are shared most often. For one quick walkthrough, this may not be essential, but for onboarding, support documentation, or internal training, it can help the team see which instructions people actually use. If users often leave the same material halfway through, that may also be a sign that one step needs a clearer explanation. Internal documentation does not need to look complicated, but a clean and consistent style makes it easier to follow and reuse. So guys, that is how Haiku turns a real automation into a step-by-step guide. We started with a real GitHub workflow and let the tool turn it into an instruction, and then polished the result before looking at the main sharing and management options. The biggest advantage is speed. You do the task once and Haiku turns it into documentation while the process is still fresh. I would still review the final guide before sending it to the team, because AI can occasionally capture an extra step, but editing is much faster than building the whole thing from scratch. You can start using Haiku for free, and no credit card is required. If you later need more advanced features, the Pro and higher tier plans are also relatively affordable. You can check the link in the description and try it with one of your own workflows. If you're excited to try it out, or if you've already used it and have some thoughts to share, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching, until next time.